Friends, today we can continue our study of the speech sounds in English. There are 44 speech sounds and they are classified into two types, namely vowels and consonants. There are 20 vowel sounds and 24 consonant sounds. These 20 vowel sounds are again classified into two types. They are monophthongs and diphthongs. There are 12 monophthongs and 8 diphthongs. Now, why is a monophthong called a monophthong? It is because in it there will be only one sound element. The word mono means one. They have one more name, that is pure vowels. Now, why are they called pure vowels? It is because they do not change their quality when prolonged. There are 12 monophthongs or pure vowels, and we have already studied their symbols, which are the sounds E, I, A, O, U, and So you have to study the symbols very well. Now we have to study the 8 diphthongs and the symbols which represent them. What is a diphthong? A vowel of changing quality. That means the sound produced in the beginning won't be the sound at the end. In fact, the sound moves from one to another. That is why they are called vowel glides. Now, let us study them. The first one is A. The first sound is A, third monophthong. Along with that, you have to write E also. If you join them, you get a new sound A. A plus E, A. Write A sound. Along with that, you write E sound. So together they become A, and that's the first diphthong we have to study. You know, this diphthong occurs in all the three positions. First, let us examine a few words in which this diphthong occurs in the initial position. Think of words beginning with A: age, aid, ate, aim, etc. It also occurs in the middle position. For example, plate, mate, date, page, and so on. Now in the final position, say, say, day, day, play, play, may. It is here we commit a mistake very often. We simply say, play, day. They are actually say, day, play, etc. So be a little careful when you produce this sound at the end of a word. Now this happens because of the influence of our mother tongue. Now the second one is A plus E, that is I. Here we use the small letter A for representing A. Along with that you have to write E. So A plus E, I. Just look at the board and understand how it has been written. I. This sound also occurs in all the three positions. Eyes, ICE, eyes, 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 idea, item, and so on. Now think of words in which you find this diphthong in the middle position. For example, sight, tight, fight, might, and so on. It occurs in the final position also. Cry, die, my, my, buy, buy, etc. So this sound also occurs in all the three positions. The next one is oi, O plus E, oi. Here the symbol used for O is the old symbol for O. Then along with that you write E, O plus E, oi. Oil, ointment, oyster, etc. Now there are so many words in which this sound occurs in the middle position, which are the soil, boil, coin, join, and so on. Now think of words in which it occurs in the final position. BOY, boy, toy, joy, enjoy, etc. This sound also occurs in all the three positions. Now we have studied three symbols ending in E sound. There are only three symbols ending in E. They are A, I, and OI. Got it? Now today that will do, because if I teach you all the symbols together, you will be in confusion. Now let me say a few things about greeting others. How would you greet others? There are different ways. If you meet somebody in the morning, you can greet him saying good morning. Now there is a widespread notion in India that when you meet a person for the first time a day, you can greet him saying good morning. That is a wrong notion and it is nonsensical. You can use the expression good morning only during the morning time. By about 12 o'clock, the morning time will end, and afterwards you have to use the expression good afternoon. Again, if you meet somebody in the evening or at night, you can greet him saying good evening. When you part from a person in the evening or at night, you can say good night. This expression can be used only when you part from a person in the evening and also at night. When you part from a person During daytime, what would you say? Good day. Just like you say good night, you can say good day. Similarly, when you express your gratitude to others, how would you do it? If somebody gives you some help, how would you express your gratitude? Normally, people say thanks, or sometimes thanks a lot. Again, you can say thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you so much. Thank you ever so much, etc. But don't say thanks very much. That is wrong. So also don't say thank you a lot. That expression is also wrong. You can use a lot only after thanks. Thanks a lot. So also after thank you, you can use very much. Okay, when somebody says thank you, how would you respond to it? Welcome. Formerly, people used to say no mention please, but that is not at all in current use, so you can simply say welcome. When somebody asks you how are you, how would you respond? Fine, thank you, or I'm fine, thank you, etc. If somebody says how do you do, you have to respond to it saying how do you do. How do you do is something like hello. And somebody says hello, we also say hello. So how do you do should be answered with how do you do. Again, when somebody says hello, glad to meet you, how would you respond to that? You can say it's my pleasure, or you can simply say pleasure. So we can stop here and do some exercises in grammar, namely error analysis. Now I would like to say something about the word return. What does it mean? Return means give back or come back. When we use this word, we very often tend to commit an error. What is it? We have a tendency to say return back. For example, he went to Dubai. He will return back very soon. Do you think this sentence is correct? Here there is a glaring mistake. What is the mistake? We cannot say return back because return means come back. So the word back is in the word return. So no need of repetition. Similarly, we may say, I will return back the money I borrowed from my friend. This is also grammatically wrong. Why? Because we cannot say return back. The word return here means give back. So you can say, I will return the money that I have borrowed from my friend, not return back. I think it is clear. Now, one more word I would like to introduce now, that is enjoy. When you use the word enjoy, remember it must be followed by an object. I enjoy very much. Wrong. I enjoy it very much, or I enjoy the program very much. he enjoyed it very much. Not he enjoyed very much. So it means the word enjoy must be invariably followed by an object. If there is not any particular object, then you can use the self form of the subject. He enjoyed himself very much. When the teacher goes out of the class, he may say, you enjoy yourselves. If there is not any particular object to mention, you can use the self form of the pronoun. Okay, now we can stop here and meet again in our next class. Thank you.